Hello everybody and welcome to episode 11 of Hashtag Total Markout. It's our 20th week of being around on YouTube and Blip, and like Hogan, we're not going anywhere. But unlike Hogan, we actually like wrestling. So let's introduce the usual panel. First we have the host of the soon-to-debut book, Mark, and moderator and the personality behind the Undead Geek Entertainment Productions, Dan, the Geek King Adamson. How you doing?
What's up, boss?
I'm not too bad. And he is an indie wrestler, referee, and he knows so much about wrestling that he makes Matt Striker cry. It's the blast from the past himself, Erik Van Djismie, and the D-Assignment. How you doing?
I'm back.
He's back
Again.
with a suspension.
Again.
He was suspended for violating the hashtag Total Markout bro policy. But it's fine. He's fine. He's back. We forgive him.
Thanks.
Yeah, indeed, we do. Anyway,
Well,
and basically he's come back at reduced pay, which technically means he owes me money. And I am the personality behind the Wandering Age of Productions and author of Permit Me to Dream, available at all good online bookstores. The producer,
bye.
the producer, Steve Jones 313. This episode will be recapping WWE television from May 18th to May 31st, including this month's WWE pay-per-view, Over the Limit. Also, we'll have the Geeks You Gotta Watch, and much more. So let's kick off with the WWE recap. So we kick off our recap with the big pay-per-view, Over the Limit. Guys, take it away. So, the first match of the
I
night...
know for a fact you like the Battle Royal.
I love the Battle Royal.
Well, before the Battle Royal, got to talk about Zack Ryder and Kane.
I don't have to anymore.
That's a WWE pre-show.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Kane won. Who
Kane won.
fucking guessed? Oh wait, I did. Yeah, I called it.
One thing, Kane is now undefeated on WWE pre-show.
So Santi Morella.
Yeah. And Epico and Primo. You've got to keep these win records up somewhere.
You gotta get.
Hey, trust me,
basically,
you
you've gotta get-
will. I will. Hashtag stats.
One day, I could just see WWE doing a tour of UK. You know, you and Master get bumped to a pub, you buy him a drink, then about halfway through the night, I don't know! just have a fuckle going, guys, come on! And you just go,
Fuck you, think!
That's a new segment.
You didn't let me on your show.
Fuck the thing.
Fuck what the think knows!
So, yeah, guys, we're really surprised that Kane beat Zack Ryder again.
Yes, we
No.
really were.
Well, let's move
No.
on to what must be the great
Great.
Battle Royale.
Is that how you should open a pay-per-view? A Battle Royale?
Halfway through a Battle Royal.
Exactly.
No, well, yeah. For
For those who didn't watch, we're quite surprised you're listening to this show. But there was a Battle Royale, and the winner of the Battle Royale will get to challenge either Cody Rhodes for the Intercontinental title or Santino Marella and the Cobra for the United States Championship. And, you know, obviously all the undercard were there.
Yes,
it was
Jimmy
great.
G.
And then, who would return in that match but...
Go, Christian!
Oh, my personal. Christian! At last you're on your own. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, Christian returned the Battle Royale. You know, after being away injured. Obviously, the last time we saw him was pre-WrestleMania, where CM Punk took him out because he wasn't ready, obviously.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we had to get rid of him somehow. Then he came back, and I wonder what happened. Was it an okay match?
It was alright. It was
No.
decent enough. I enjoyed it.
He's a-
And what was cool, what my favourite part of the Battle Royal was, it wasn't Christian winning.
JDG's elimination for me.
No. William Regal getting a fucking
Oh,
huge pop.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I'm sitting there going,
The fact-
yes!
The fact that he got a huge pop, especially whilst wearing that singlet, you know what I mean? That guy can control the crowd, you know?
Got a huge
But
pop,
I-
and then he got eliminated. It was the biggest boo of the
Yeah,
elimination. So
yeah.
woo! We want Regal. Yes, we do.
Exactly, but, you know, Christian ends up winning the Battle Royale. Huge moment. I was,
Nods towards
You
Santino.
know, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
is he still heel?
yeah.
Crowd
you know,
wasn't going to let me
wasn't
heel.
going to let him be heel.
Yeah. And then later on, obviously, we had the promo, which we might as well talk about. You know,
Skank!
Cody Rhodes is talking to Eve.
Skank!
And he's basically talking about, you know, how it's great that Christian didn't challenge me because obviously I'd end up embarrassing him. Christian over here says he's full of crap and he's changed his mind. He's going to challenge Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, so he told the lovely, curvaceous Skank Eve,
So basically, Dan still has issues with the Lisa Ann wannabe. So, so basically, Cody Rhodes was not happy, but Q Michael Cole bitching for an attorney about he can't just change his mind.
At least Lisa Ann knows she's a skank.
Yes, but she's a professional.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Torres is a scripted one.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
So this match, this title match ended up happening later on, and it was a good match.
It was very
It really
good.
was.
A very good
I
match.
pretty much thought whoever was going to face him was going to drop the title. I was surprised that they gave it to Cody Rhodes for a month, though. You know,
But now,
Cody, you win the title back. Cody, can we have it back? We
the
we
thing
just
is,
want you
though,
to
now
carry it around.
the way Cody's talking now, it's like he never lost the title to Big Show.
Yeah, he's
that
like,
because
I held it for 9 months.
Did I miss her? Did you miss her?
Yeah, but then you dropped it and then dropped it.
Yeah.
You know, then you dropped it and
But
picked
I'm
it back
thinking,
up.
is that because Big Show's heel and like that?
No, I think it's to do with Cody's character.
Yeah.
You know, to emphasise he held it for one of the longest periods in recent times. You know.
But yeah, now that he's dropped it to Christian's carrying the belt.
Yeah.
You know, no one's unhappy with it. Surely,
No.
You know, maybe
I'm happy Christian's got a title because I always like Christian as a champion. I prefer Christian as a heel champion. But at the same point, it is nice to see him winningly go back to face after such a short time.
I think what my kind of issue is with a lot of fans who like bitch about him not having a world title, and I was one for a while, but it took me a while to like realise. You got to remember, he left TNA because he said he was sick of being a main event guy. He preferred the main event. That's like the big card. So
Yeah,
you know what I
the
mean?
more
But now
chances to steal a show, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway,
4-time Intercontinental Champion.
another
It's
match.
all good.
Another match of the night was the Divas Championship. Layla defends her Divas Championship against Beth Phoenix.
Go Layla. Hashtag Ag Bottle of Horse.
It's just
Good luck spelling that one, folks.
HAGBONLAHOR for those who are interested. Hashtag Ag Bottle of Horse.
Are you like a spelling bee champion of the obscure words?
It's a name.
Ag Bottle of Horse, Jismie. Yeah.
No, I enjoyed the match. I thought it was a very entertaining match. I said it would be, and I also called the finish. I said later
I
it
didn't call the finish. I went for a hopeful call, and I was wrong.
To be fair, I think Layla's improved a lot with her injury.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking anything away from Layla. I just
Layla.
think Beth is just being completely mistreated. Stop it, dirty.
My bad.
They're just waiting for karma though, aren't they?
They have nothing for karma, they said.
Triple threat, man.
No, they turned around and they said, "Oh, we can't bring you back. We have nothing for you," which is bullshit because you could have got rid of the bellas that way.
Okay.
You could have.
Now,
Last
we're
week,
going to go to the World Heavyweight Championship match. Jump around the order for a reason here, trust me. The World Heavyweight Championship match: Sheamus, Jericho, Orton, and Berto Del Rio.
Except for the Battle Royal, probably my match of the night.
You already knew that.
I did, or I know that.
You did.
There's a good reason why I'm going in this order.
No bother.
So basically, this match,
I enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed it.
It took me a little while to get into it.
Yes, that
I don't know why. I think it was a slow burner for me, but at the same point, I by the end of it, I was engrossed. But once again, called the finish. Didn't call the move, the white noise.
Celtic Cross.
Billy. Oh, you heard that?
I'm alright, I am alright.
Yeah, they were trying to say Celtic, and then they were like trying to say like Finley, but they were having a massive coughing fit.
I was coughing.
Oh yeah, me too.
Dude, seriously.
Yeah.
So I don't do subtlety.
But I thought it would be a bro kick to Jericho. Ironically, though, I did say that Jericho wouldn't be seen on pay-per-view again until, afterwards.
But you called it for different reasons. But
yeah, I said he'd be embarrassed.
Basically,
he's embarrassed.
I called that match as well. It's all on my blog, stevejones.wordpress.com. Anyway.
View.
But anyway, the next match. The next match was the main event, and I said there is a reason. There is a reason.
Had on, Dan. Had on.
I'm the producer for a reason. Trust me.
I'm worried.
Right?
I'm not, because I think I know where he's going with this.
Go on.
But the main event was obviously Johnny Ace versus John Cena.
Woo!
Which you might as well just say no disqualification.
20 minutes of...
They never fucking announced it, but it was no disqualification. All right.
Well, no, because they said the match had to end by submission, pinfall. So you were any other way it couldn't finish.
Yeah, but I would rather just announce it rather than just imply it.
No, well, they said it would only finish that way. So
so that means
anyone with brain
knows there's no count out to DQ.
I know, but trust me, I know there's still a lot of people out there we call morons who didn't know. They were like, well, how can we get hit him with weaponry? Because you can only win by...
It's true, damn it, Jeff, yes.
I haven't even spoken to Jeff.
It doesn't matter.
I haven't spoken to Jeff in, years, probably.
Hashtag damn it, Jeff.
Jeff, send me a Twitter sometime. You know my Twitter now.
He's not allowed to tweet.
He's not allowed.
Okay. Anyway, most predictable match ending in the fucking history.
It was 20 minutes of me going, this isn't funny, where's Big Show?
And by the way, I said this on the last episode, I'll say it again. I'm not a man for hyperbole, but I said in the last episode, this is going to be the most predictable ending to a match in WWE history.
Yes.
I am reiterating now, that was the most predictable match ending in WWE history.
You know what I mean? Surprise?
In fact, to the viewers, find me a match ending that was more predictable.
Hulk Hogan versus Yokozuna
at
WrestleMania 9.
Hey!
You tell me he wasn't going to win.
This is not 1993. He obviously was going to win, but there's no need to pick on Hulk Hogan right now. Hey, stop it. Stop it. Just stop it. That was his fifth WWE title reign. He broke a record back then, so stop it.
Anyway, guys,
Hogan versus The Rock.
What? That was not predictable.
Fuck off.
That wasn't predictable.
No one knew what was coming.
The crowd was split.
Dinner.
Anyway, getting back to what did
90-minute show.
What did we think of the match before the incredibly predictable ending?
Shit.
Entertaining, and I was quite shocked at myself laughing at some of it. I actually enjoyed some of it.
I did find a lot of it entertaining. Yeah. I kind of thought the whole I'm going to put you in the STF, it's going to hurt. I thought all that was pretty shit. Although I did like it when Johnny Ace referenced it on Raw because that kind of made me laugh. It was kind of like, actually, that's a good point, Johnny. So I kind of had to agree with him. So fuck you, see if I make me agree with Johnny.
For me, what made me laugh, I love the commentary spot. I put him on there.
Yeah, Michael Cole.
That was the one part that made me laugh.
Yeah, I really enjoyed
Michael
that.
Cole just going, Michael Cole just going, this is inhumane. Who has to suffer this? And it's like, but the thing is, King really didn't do enough for me. King really should have been. I'd be like, how about the time when he did this to this person? Because he kept talking about Big Show. What about? I would have liked to.
Booker is great on it. Booker just going, oh man, it's funny, man. Oh no,
Johnny is
5 times a day. That's a bit.
Wait a minute, you sound like Booker T. You be Booker T. I'll be like, oh, vintage.
That did make that.
And then he's sitting there going.
But the thing is,
that's the only part of
it. Did Johnny Ace not do his job in the ring?
Yeah, but it was still shit.
Yeah,
but he did what was expected.
Yeah, he did. He wasn't.
That was the best Johnny Ace match I've ever seen.
Yeah, well, that's evident. But
not including the dynamic duo.
Shane Douglas is back. He's still bad.
He's still fucking killing.
Okay. Undertaker WrestleMania matches don't fucking count.
They do not.
You can't just say Undertaker WrestleMania matches are more predictable. Of course it is, but that's against the rules.
That is the rule that makes the rule.
You picked on Hogan.
Anyway.
He picked on Taker.
Yeah,
anyway.
He said there's always a reason to mock Hogan.
Anyway. The point is, John Laurinaitis actually did pretty well. He wasn't meant to look good. He was meant to win eventually.
Yeah.
Anyway, on to the match, which I didn't mention, because the reason I didn't mention that I'm saving it for last is because it's the WWE Championship match.
No.
You
forgot a match.
You did.
I probably did forget a match, but that's not the point.
Would you like to, or should I?
You should.
How about Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger for the tag titles?
There's no point.
What?
No, we're reviewing a pay-per-view. This is on the paper. We talked about the Divas match.
We talk about every match because
do you know why I don't want to talk about
fans.
this match? Because if I have to talk about this match, I have to talk about Dolph Ziggler being buried again.
And you've actually missed 2 more matches.
Yeah. Bruce.
And
Number one.
Don't you ever do that again.
Number one. Brodus Clay doesn't have matches. He has pointless squashes.
But there is a match on the pay-per-view.
And number 2, I'm not even going to bring in fucking Ryback.
It was awesome!
Ryback is not awesome. He's a fucking waste of time.
Camacho is sweet. He's funny and he's hilarious.
Hey, Camacho got a pay-per-view match.
You gullible motherfuckers.
How dare you, boy?
I'm talking about Camacho.
Ryback's awesome.
He is awesome.
They have dangled the Goldberg character in front of your fucking noses, and you are fucking running on the treadmill, powering up
Here's the difference,
WWE
though. And here's the difference. Goldberg was pushed in the matches. The streak is a 145, and next week it's 188.
I've explained that plenty of times.
I know, but it still makes no sense.
Yeah, it does. It does. I've explained it.
I'll go back to Hogan. Right?
I've explained it.
Right? Fine. What was the number that he beat Hogan at?
That's not funny.
Yeah, that's not funny, is it? I win. Ryback had actually wrestled and has done some great stuff. More importantly, every guy he's faced has had a trial match afterwards. Apart from Camacho, he's just, shite.
Hey! Camacho is awesome, and he got his pay-per-view moment, and we will not take it away from him on hashtag Total Markout. Camacho is 0-1 on pay-per-views.
And then Ryback kicked the bike.
He did, and it's gold. How dare he?
That cost the grand.
Yes.
Can we just remind people that Ryback still can't talk on the mic?
He's not allowed to.
Right.
He has a country accent.
Right.
He was second in command in Nexus.
Yup,
He's
what
still
to do.
boring as fuck.
He's not. His matches are great.
They are. They're entertaining.
He emphasises what he does really well.
On one end, you've got Brodus Clay on Raw squashing people in a gimmick, funny way, and on that way, you've got people killing people.
Number one, watching Brodus Clay. Watching Brodus Clay bury Dolph Ziggler, I don't find funny. I find insulting.
No, I mean the gimmicks.
No, I think the gimmick is incredibly overused, boring, predictable, and shit.
No, but I'm showing you the different ways. They're both burial machines at the moment, but one's supposed to be
mama, she'd fucking agree.
But that's what I'm saying. Brodus Clay has got the entertaining one for the kids dancing. Me and Dan at least like him.
Cena entertains kids, but we bitch about him.
Yeah,
he can't.
You're now applying a double standard.
No, I'm not. I'm telling you how these two different gimmicks are working. They both effectively are squashing the roster, but he is entertaining and fun-loving, and he is mauling people.
Ryback isn't really squashing the roster. He's squashing the other guys.
Camacho, Heath Slater, and
Bateman. Yeah, there's 3 guys, and
that's still part of the roster.
I'm still waiting for you to justify your obsession with Heath Slater.
He's awesome. He's just one man. He's just a one-man rock band. And he was mint. He's a 3-time WWE Tag Team Champion. He's an awesome wrestler. His gimmick should go further.
Out of him and Justin, he was a better wrestler.
Yeah.
But now we've bitched, and now let's move to a point that we enjoyed. That he can bitch more.
That's why that's to last.
Yeah. But we
had to mention those matches.
And obviously, R-Truth and Kofi retained.
Yeah, that was.
Of course, they
called that as well.
Who didn't call that?
I actually called Ryback and Brodus as well.
Yeah, once they were announced.
No, I called that before. I said I want to see them both on pay-per-view.
Yeah, we wanted to see them both, but we didn't know the matches.
Saying you want to see them on pay-per-view isn't the same as calling it.
Yeah. Yes, I was doing my prediction for the night. I said every stuff I want to see. Ryback come out and because he's funny and destroy people. Brodus come out so I can get funky like a monkey.
No, sorry. Things I want to see
during my predictions. Yeah.
No, that's not a prediction though.
It's more of a prediction than you have half the time.
I predicted.
I called the fucking match. When you said this is what I want to see the pay-per-view.
Extra shit I want to see.
That's not predicting!
I predicted that!
That's wishful thinking, you useless twat!
Did it happen?
It did happen.
It's
like me when I said there's going to be a battle royal on a pay-per-view. I predicted that.
But if you say... You're now saying 2 separate things.
No.
If you say there's going to be, that's a prediction. If you say you want there to be, that's wishful thinking.
Well, I said there's going
not
to
a prediction.
How many times did I say there's going to be?
Every time you see the Rock, it's a rock. It's a rock.
No, a prediction is a statement where you are saying what's going to happen.
When I saw it was Brodus Clay versus Miz and Ryback versus Camacho, when I knew what the match was, I called both matches.
Still called it.
How can you call something when you didn't call it?
So I said it would be on TV.
No, you said you wanted it to be on TV.
You can tell I'm back. The show's going to hell again.
Dan, I am the last man on earth you want to get into an argument with semantics with.
It was on TV.
I am the sultan of semantics.
It was on TV and I said it would be.
No, that's not what you said.
I told you 10 years ago there was a bad
You said...
and I didn't even know it.
You said, this is what I want to see on TV.
And then it was on TV.
That's not a prediction. That's like saying, I want to win the lottery. If I win, it's not a prediction I was going to win. I just happened to win, so I got what I wanted.
Well, when you predict you're going to win the lottery, you can fill me in as well.
My point is, a prediction is
different. You've got enough money, you rich cunt.
A prediction is different to wishful thinking.
That's deceiving.
That's
would
the
agree.
point.
Anyway, that's...
The WWE Championship match. Right. This is why I saved this one to the last for this bit.
I'm going to be civil.
Because the basic point, me and Dan found it a great match.
Fucking loved it.
As did a lot of the new superstars. However, Jismie, and I'm sure some people who think like Jismie as well, didn't like it, thought it was boring. So let's discuss our point of views, right? Jismie, seeing as you've got what's considered the opposing view, I think it's fair to let you start.
I was very bored. I'm not going to lie.
Okay, but is there any particular reason why you're bored? Was it missing
just
something? Or?
Not your type of match.
It's not my type of match. The styles, two similar styles. It's too wrestling based, and it doesn't. Not because it doesn't have a gimmick.
I'm sorry. Did you hear that? It's too wrestling based on a wrestling show.
No, like their styles.
Too wrestling.
It was too ROH-y for me. It went on too long. It was 24 minutes. That's far too long for a match like that. For me. Basically, just let me state for me before I get wrong. For me.
Yeah. So basically, me. It's like having Edge in the room again.
Yes.
It's all about me. But so the thing is, I can take the point. You know what I mean?
Well, I know just before a while now, and I know for the fact that it's honest and true because he didn't like the Regal Benoit matches.
No, Angle Benoit.
Sorry.
I enjoyed the Regal Benoit. Angle Benoit was exactly the same 10, 11 years ago. I was bored.
And the thing is, he likes those guys, so...
I like them, but when they work together, oh my god, I was so bored. And to me, that's just what that brought in mind. Long
Are you
matches.
more of a fan of a Clash of Styles, then?
Yes.
Yeah. Fair. That's what I mean.
That often makes for a good match. But for me,
obviously you love your technical wrestling.
I'm a big fan.
Even when you're over.
But yeah, I mean, I don't like Daniel Bryan.
I don't like either of them.
One of my favourite moments in the match was the slapping match. That's the difference between them.
There's actually a meme. Now, if you go online, you'll see a meme of it. Yeah, them two, they're sitting there slapping each other during the finger four, he puts them in, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And then underneath it, there's the two Pikachu slapping each other.
That match, Pikachu versus Pikachu, was more entertaining for me. Just stay for me.
The thing is, me and my fellow co-host of hashtag Shout Lowbrook1 and Caulfield, we got into an argument about this match because he didn't like it.
No, I liked the match. I just didn't like the ending.
Oh my God!
We have
Wait a minute!
Special guest alert!
It's the Lone Walker 1!
Hashtag special guest.
Toasty!
I've been napping in the corner
of the studio. So
it gets lonely in my room.
Anyway, you'd rather listen to us three.
It gets lonely in my room as well.
For very different reasons.
I can't take slap on it.
Anyway, so yeah, we argued about this one. Basically, we were arguing about the finish of the match. Do you want to explain your point, or shall I explain your point? Or?
I would have preferred to see a stronger ending for either of the superstars. I just think it was an anticlimactic ending.
Right. My argument was that it was a great ending because it left it open next match.
That was a bad thing.
There seems to be a lot of split opinion about the ending of the match. Yeah. Some people felt it was, the term you used itself was weak. Some people felt it was a weak ending. Some people thought it was...
I laughed because Brian screwed himself over, and that made me laugh. But I'm just pleased it wasn't a draw because that would have really pissed me off even more. If I'd sat through 24 minutes of that and seen a draw, I would have
Actually, I thought they were going to do a 20-minute time limit and just kill the time limit, and then the time limit could expire. And be like, wait a minute, we need a longer match.
Yeah.
Not an Iron Man. At WWE, please no Iron Man.
You can't ask people to say WWE. You Twitter obsessed asshole.
I just added the WWE.
Okay, we're moving on to Monday Night Raw, May 21st. We're opening up with John. Sorry, I've got to do this properly. John Cena.
Still too long.
Yeah.
Who's gonna? Stop timing, you bitch. Anyway, he was basically out.
No, I'm not about you. No, Justin Roberts, the bitch.
Oh, right.
He is a bitch.
I retract.
Bitch.
It sounds weird, but I retract my bitch.
That's okay.
That's cool. That's cool.
So anyway, he comes out. He does this whole freaking out. What the hell?
What the hell?
What the hell, man?
I'm not so long. Big Show, my friend, and then he hit me.
When history tells if history tells us anything, Big Show ain't your friend. The guy who puts you through a big lamp ain't your friend.
Yeah, you got a friend. And,
yeah.
What the fuck, burning alive?
If life tells us anything, taking your US title off you at WrestleMania 20, I wouldn't be your friend.
If life tells us anything, Big Show is a giant stooge. He debuted helping the McMahon.
As I put it, Big Show's career is heel face, 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 heel.
And most of those heels have been with the McMahons.
Or Heyman. Or Laurinaitis.
Or Jericho.
Or any other authority figure.
Kurt Angle, for crying out loud, used them.
Exactly. Brock Lesnar. Matt Morgan and Nathan Jones and fucking Tensai. Oh. Cena is not your friend. Please continue, Steve Jones.
As I was saying, Sir John Cena made an excellent point.
What? After what we've just done, we made an excellent point.
Fried him in a lamp.
John Cena made an excellent point, though. He said, why did he do it? Anyone would have hired him back. And it's true. Do you think Triple H is going to go, John Laurinaitis fired you? No, you're still fired.
Triple H doesn't like Big Show.
Triple H doesn't Triple H doesn't like Johnny Laurinaitis more.
True.
You know, Stephanie doesn't like Show. No. Every time she looks, straight down,
It's true.
What?
It doesn't matter because even then, anyone he could have aligned himself with fucking he could have aligned himself with anyone.
Stop trying to get your zero back.
I'm trying.
I mean, think about it this way, right? Dixie Carr would have hired him, happily, right?
It doesn't like show.
Teddy Long, if Teddy Long was rehired into that position, he would have hired him. Triple H would have happily had him back because he's an attraction.
If he was just going to put him in tag team
Remember,
matches.
what does Triple H care about?
Money.
He cares money, franchises. He cares about these factors. What did he say to Undertaker before he accepted the challenge?
It's not good for business.
It's not good for business. Big Show is.
Pussy!
Anyway, he challenged him eventually. So yeah, but no, Big Show. But then Big Show comes out to do his big heel stint with John Laurinaitis, and to be honest with you, I found the entire promo to be
a Big Show promo.
Yeah, it's like none of the people had sympathy for me. You mean all the people who be quiet? It wasn't until the next week on Raw that we got a full, which I then could
a Big Show promo.
Well, we brought it clear, but anyway, so Big Show basically promises that. July 14th, whatever it is, there will be no way out.
17th? June 17th.
It should be in February.
Damn right, it should be in February.
It should.
Don't change tradition.
Don't what?
Change tradition.
Don't change tradition.
Hashtag tradition, there you go.
Anyway.
Don't change tradition.
Only in 99.
No, it should be February. Big Show. Good title versus title match. And don't pick on Hogan.
Yes.
Don't change tradition. He's fat. He's fat, man.
Anyway.
It's easy, Scott. He's fat. Make me a sandwich.
Oh, sorry. I was about a bookmark. Anyway.
Coming soon.
So basically we get the setup.
Watch.
So we get the setup for another Big Show John Cena match. Yay!
Another one. I've never seen
Yeah,
that match. I've never seen that match.
Other issues that came up with this match was the whole CM Punk Daniel Bryan thing. Daniel Bryan basically saying,
I'd made you tap out.
And Punk goes, yes, you did.
But the best thing was Punk turning around and going, yeah, after the count, it's alright to tap and practice.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you! One of my favourite fuck you lines of the year.
Yeah.
It's alright to tap and practice.
Yeah.
Motherfucker! You should see Brian going, dickhead.
But again, I think CM Punk kind of overshadows Daniel Bryan because I think Punk knows how to talk.
Punk's personality comes out and is so big these days.
Yeah.
And it's so much a huge thing that fans these days will go to a WWE event. I know when I went to watch the TV in November.
Yeah.
That some of them were going, some of the kids were going, do you think Punk would get time to talk?
Yeah.
And it was like the first time I ever heard a kid go, do you think Punk would get promo time?
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, you're 7. You don't know what a promo fucking is.
Yeah.
And like, do you think you get... I love that one he did against Vince McMahon. Which one? The one where he called Cena the Reds, Cena the Yankees. That was funny. It was funny. It was, well, yeah, good kid.
Yeah.
Who's your favourite wrestler? John Cena. Fuck off!
And that's why you have that restraining order.
Yeah, I'm not allowed back in Liverpool.
Yeah.
Not that I want to go in Liverpool.
Who does?
No one.
But then that was
Fucking Iron Man.
that was pretty much.
Where's me fucking Django?
But that was pretty much the. That was.
You're right, just me.
No, I'm not.
But of course, there was a point in that match. There was a point in that night where basically Sheamus run out to make a save.
Oh yeah, he bumped him.
Oh yeah, and he knocked John Laurinaitis.
Any superstar that touches me again will be permanently terminated.
Yes.
You know they're using this terminated word.
Yes.
Fuck you. Ryback is the Terminator, right? Now, he will terminate you.
Yes. This would lead to a story on SmackDown. Now, basically, this is pretty much the major event of Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on SmackDown.
Well, on Raw.
Oh yes, on Raw.
On Raw, we had the whole Santino Morella came down and taught Ricardo Rodriguez
how to roll an R.
I can't roll my arms. Don't it might be cats.
I just realized we have 3 guys. Sorry, 2 guys and a young adult, all rolling out, all growling at Dan. Who has a restraining order in Liverpool now?
The only person I want to roll the R, is Rosa Mendes, Mamacita! Rosa! And we wish you the best, when you're getting better.
Yeah. But we do that first. Dan does that first, then we wish you better.
I love you, mommy!
It's the biggest smile on your face. It's like, hey! It's like.
Would you agree? Rosa Mendes, hashtag I want a hole.
Wipeout? So basically he does his whole, he does this big thing where Ricardo Rodriguez goes to take his jacket off to flex, and he gets stuck, so then he eats a cobra. How dare you do that to the RR?
Ricardo Rodriguez. That's how you do that.
It is.
So then, so basically on SmackDown, you had the storyline continue,
which was fucking hilarious. Ricardo Rodriguez.
Yeah, Ricardo Rodriguez. He didn't do it in the right way.
Okay, Ricardo Rodriguez had a match with Santino Morella.
Yes, yes, yes.
He's Italian, dude.
What?
He's Italian, doesn't he? Does he? Yes. He's trying to put an accent on.
You want me to do an Italian accent?
That's not cool.
I do Italian cooking. I don't do accents.
It's just not cool.
Ciao.
Ciao. Yeah, they just ride motorcycles, like little mopeds, and go ciao.
That's the only Italian I remember.
What, I mean, when you get that from the school of Eddie Izzard?
No, you went there.
It's just mopeds, greased hair, and ciao. That's
we had a match
it
with
is.
Santino, and it was entertaining to say the least, because Santino just beat the fuck out of that.
I loved how he was still in his suit. That was the best part.
What happened to his Royal Rumble attire?
Yeah.
He has little R's in his, his shitty car.
I was hoping for his car.
Thanks for that, again. I watched it last night. It was good.
Oh, it's okay. I'm pleased you enjoyed it.
That was my birthday.
Oh, hashtag Royal Rumble 2012 for Dan's hashtag birthday.
Why are we hashtagging?
Now I'm thinking about that. Thanks for the hashtag.
You know what? On his birthday, I'm going to give him a hashtag cake.
You know what I'm going to get for his birthday?
What?
Fuck all! Unless you stop with the hashtag. I'm putting you in rehab.
Dad, you spat on my shoulder.
Just dust it off.
If I do that, we're
Dan, if anything, right, if anyone's to blame for me hashtagging so much, it's you.
Oh,
because
please,
you
please.
taught me what it was, you explained it, so now you and the whole world has to live with that.
You took me to a pub and to get drunk. I'm not a fucking alcoholic.
I love it.
Anyway,
Fair enough.
Alberto Del Rio is the new number one contender for
After a really see-through triple threat.
Yeah.
It was still good.
Ryback. Just shut the fuck up.
Ryback. He must
Right.
be a new wrestler.
Hashtag genius, motherfucker.
Oh, I don't mean hashtagging stealing my gimmicks.
Ryback. I was on Twitter long before you, duck cunt. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
When were you on?
What? I've been on for years.
No, let's not take away from that.
Oh, we should sort this out after the show.
We shall.
We shall, motherfucker. We shall.
Okay, we shall.
But more importantly, Ryback destroyed two peeps.
You did?
He did.
In one
One
move. He
move.
picked them up and did his muscle buster to two guys at the same time. One of them, Ricky Reyes. What a Rick means fuck out of you, as I know.
Yeah.
You know, independent wrestler, big name in Japan, big name in Ring of Honor.
Really?
Got a trial match.
Was that the
now.
guy who got the trial?
That was the small guy, the skinhead. I can't say anything else because, you know.
I thought it was him that had... Is that him that had the dark match with Dean Ambrose?
Yeah. No.
No, was that
He had another dark match.
He got a
He had
trial.
Tyson Kidd.
Alright, because he got a trial.
But he came out, the two of them came out. What I love the fact is that if you're a superstar and you have a promo in the ring, you don't quite know it's going to be Ryback. But if everyone else as soon as someone else grabs the mic off Lydian, you know Ryback's coming out.
Yeah.
It's fucking great. But the fact he picked the two guys up and he hit some of the most ferocious and nasty power bombs I've ever seen since Brock Lesnar and Spike Dudley.
Too soon.
At least it wasn't like Brock Lesnar power bombing Hardcore Holly.
Yeah, well, that's just fuck you, Hardcore.
Fuck
Not for me. That's from Mr. Kennedy.
Yeah, and also on that show, Sheamus is no Sari.
Samish Nosari.
Nosari.
No, basically, Lisa Ann's less attractive sister, Eve,
Skank!
wanted Sheamus to apologise for basically knocking over John Laurinaitis.
Didn't knock him over. He didn't fucking fall to the ground. He just bumped him. I bump into people like that all the time.
He still hit him. He still touched him.
Oh, I should have known the Stooge would show up.
To be fair, though,
Here comes the corporate Stooge.
He did touch him technically.
Yeah, alright, Eric.
The problem is, Djismie is right.
We all know, but we all know where Eric's loyalties lie.
Himself.
Corporate, they'll put him over. Remember where The Rock went?
Oh yeah, basically he's hoping that one day he'll go for a trial to WWE, they'll listen back to this and go, he agreed with our decisions. Great! Book him!
No, he's more of a gut check guy.
Sorry, Ric Flair doesn't work for him anymore.
Nope.
Anyway, so yeah, Sheamus is no Sari.
No sorry.
No Sari.
He is sorry that he's a giant arse.
Yes. And so we move on to...
quick thing about Sheamus. His new t-shirt's pretty cool.
We move on to Monday Night Raw, May 28th. We kick off with The Big Show during...
A Big Show promo.
Yes. This time it made a bit more sense. He actually showed what he meant by fans having no sympathy.
And he didn't spit and shout at people.
Yeah. Although he did smile, which was creepy as fuck.
That's like Dan smiling. Creepy as fuck.
Sorry, he's smiling at me, it's creepy.
I'm not looking, I'll get freaked out.
That is why I'm sitting.
Anyway.
Dan, don't do the eyebrow thing, because I can see it. I'm not looking.
Anyway,
No.
my point is...
Sorry.
Just keep
he showed the fact that Bruce Clay did the whole dancing shit after he was great. So he's like saying...
Which was the point that we made on the show. Was the fact what a great way to go from solemn shot to let's get funky.
Yeah. It's like, please don't fire me. Funky's on around. It doesn't work, dude. But, it's not like, we have ever, dared go into bad taste before, you know, Big Boss Man and Big Show's dad, Davey Sabo.
That was fucking great. That was great.
Katie Vick.
Not great. Interesting too, Jimmy's all-time segments.
Big Boss Man pulling around Katie Vick in a coffin, you know. Never happened, but you might as well bang the two together.
Also, have you noticed WWE's got some really bad, irony when you look back at stuff now.
Like what, Boss Man being home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, Joey Styles.
Saying Mike Awesome should rot in hell.
Should commit suicide.
Commit suicide.
Yeah. But
I like morbid storylines. Katie Vick could come back for me.
Oh, dude.
She should bring her back.
Yeah, but you also the neck your filius, so you know.
Should be more. Triple H can have her again.
the problem is, you just want Katie Vick to be Divas champion.
I do. I really do.
But how much she just lies there?
This show makes me sad for humanity.
What you do is you get Big Show to choke slam Layla, and Triple H puts Katie Vick on top of her.
Always after man on woman violence.
Because I miss it. Because it's wrestling. I like woman on man violence.
Do you beat your girl?
Didn't know. I like man on woman violence.
Anyway,
Jillian Hall.
Alright.
Shush!
Yeah, so basically, Big Show gets to pick his own opponent. So later on that night,
he knocks the fuck out of
Alex Riley. So, by the way, why did Alex Riley turn heel? What the fuck did Alex Riley turn heel?
He didn't, he was just trying to sneak. He's just trying to get with Lisa Ann.
Yeah, but, you know...
Skank!
No, Eve.
Skank!
You have to define who... Well, that's actually when you think about it. Anyway, so yeah, but basically he then goes to Santino, who's already been in a match, and quite frankly...
He hurts poor Santino.
Yeah.
In a match that nobody really cared about because we all knew it was going to happen.
Until... Funkasaurus is here to save the day.
Yo!
Funkasaurus basically says that Big Show wants a challenge, he's got one, and Big Show...
what was it? Sorry. Oh, if you come on, how about you face me and I'll give you something to cry about?
Yeah. And then Big Show basically says, okay, if that's what you want, but don't even think about dancing because you won't be able to walk.
Yeah.
This leads to... That's
quite good.
Yeah.
Destroying of Brodus Clay.
And the tag team champions.
What was awesome was my favourite part of that. Everyone says, "Oh, it was when he caught Kofi and threw him down, or when he destroyed Brodus, or when he threw Kofi into it."
Mine was R-Truth.
On the ropes.
Yeah.
Same here. When he threw out two swings, he goes, "Oh shit!"
That looked kind of that was pretty nasty. Like
for me, be little bro, because we watched it the next morning because I was ill, but so I couldn't watch it. It was the fact that when he took the side of the table. I could see that there was actually something rather sharp and pointy on the side that he was hitting Brodus with. And we were like, no.
What was funny was that they had the sound delay guy ready because as soon as he hit Brodus, fucking bullshit. He's like,
yeah, it's like, hit the button.
Hit the button now. Why? Brodus doesn't have his self-awareness.
Yeah, other stuff. You had the WWE 12 game. Dan, why don't you take this? Yeah, WWE 30. Why don't you take this one down? Well,
you basically had the Johnny Ace revealing the quote-unquote corporate cover, which is rumoured to be getting released as a special variant.
Hope so.
Or if not, as a download, the same way they did it for The Miz.
Yes.
That you can print it off and put it in and make it your own cover. So that is a variant. I know that you would do that because you hate Punk and wouldn't want his memorabilia anywhere in your house.
Print.
So there's rumour to do that, and then Punk comes out. The guy in the cover is much better looking than Johnny Ace. And, he reveals the real cover being himself on there. And then we find out that all this bullshit about the Revolution just happens to be the WWE gear.
Yeah.
Which was pissed me off.
But the thing is, I saw the video where...
I seen it,
before Raw. To be honest, even I was going, really? This is what you...
Yeah.
I think it's because of, obviously, they talk about in the game, they talk about the actual new stuff, but we'll get to that in the news. So that was that,
Of course, remember though, evil skank! She was looking at Punk's, and Punk's was definitely bigger than Ace's.
Yes. And the other major story of the whole... we'll mention Kane's been getting involved.
But that's the cool thing for me. Kane's being pushed into the D. Bryan and Punk angle.
Yeah.
But it seems to be organically.
Yeah.
And it's not just to please him.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, it works.
Although it works well.
It works.
But at the same point, I would happily watch the two of you anyway. And then, of course, my girl AJ. I dig crazy chicks, man. Crazy chicks are hot.
Anyway,
I'm hoping for a triple threat for the WWE title at No Hell.
You'll probably get that. If not, you'll get the Punk Bryan match and Kane will destroy it.
Anyway, and the last news from Raw, Ziggler Dolph Ziggler and basically what was alleged to be called American Perfection at one point. Was
that what they were calling it at one point?
They were supposed to be calling it that, but
I know recently, since he started doing the show off, people they were calling them. The pair of them were calling it the show off Americans.
Yeah, well, you know how marketing works.
I like
But basically, Ziggler...
Zigzag and swag.
Oh, that's zigzag and swag, man.
They had a match. They didn't win. Basically, Jack Swagger picked up the loss.
Again.
Ziggler said he had enough and walked off.
Because that's how it should be.
Exactly.
Ziggler is too talented to be in a tag team.
So, we are off now to WWE NXT May 23rd. Your matches were Derek Bateman versus Jinder Mahal, the man with the...
So it was, it was a guy who loves America and chicks.
Yeah.
And he's called Sweetmeat.
Yeah.
Versus the guy with the weirdest arms in the world.
It was Maxine versus Alicia Fox.
Among Us!
And it was Drew McIntyre.
Pro versus rookie match, and then about 3 people got that reference.
I knew that.
Yeah. It was Drew McIntyre.
Dirty Curry.
Versus the Great Khali and Ezekiel Jackson.
The Carnivore Freaks.
Yes.
That's William Reed Wellington called them. That was great.
All these matches were good in my opinion.
Excellent matches.
I was very surprised by the Divas match. Wasn't surprised by Maxine. Actually, I wasn't surprised by Alicia.
You still can't get Alicia, I know that.
My problem with Alicia is she's very dangerous.
Yeah,
she doesn't seem to
She's going to take somebody's neck off.
And she doesn't seem to care. You know, that's my
Actually, I've heard reports that she is supposedly working on it. Kelly had the same problem when she started. She was injuring people every fucking 2 minutes. Mostly herself as well.
Yeah, but the problem is Kelly's a stripper, not a wrestler.
Denied.
I can't. She was an exhibitionist.
There you go. ECW does not lie.
We did. Heyman lied to the fucking roster, man.
Anyway.
But Bateman Jinder was an excellent match. It's great to see Bateman actually getting some decent TV match time. Dirty Curry and Drew.
Great.
Excellent tag team.
Yeah.
I'd love to see a bit more of them two teaming together. Carly and Zeke, it's great to see it because I don't like Carly, but it gives Zeke something to do, and I do like Zeke.
And Zeke winning,
the Divas match, the Divas matches, it was entertaining. The Maxine's a hell of a talent for a diva,
which surprised me.
Which is really cool.
She really did surprise me.
But none of this makes anything matters.
And this is just me. It was Regal really got nothing to work with on NXT when it comes to commentating, because quite frankly, his partner is really starting to piss me off. I don't know it's because he's not on the new NXT commentating team.
Very much.
Still, dude, you should have a bit of professionalism. Or
Josh travels with Michael Cole.
At this point, I'm just like, dude, who the fuck do we have to injure to get a commentator on here? JBL.
Well, let's just wait for the new format, and then then the gods will align.
Yeah, no, the new format's going to be William Regal and JR. It's like
the planets will align, the gods will shine,
and the rockets do it. Will come down from the heavens, Hulk Hogan.
Bringing word.
No! The fucking realization in your eyes there. No, Hulk Hogan, I will not come back.
Sorry, Tina. No, I was more by
man. Warrior's going to be on NXT.
However,
wow.
Anyone else got anything else to mention for the recap?
I do.
Yes.
Superstars.
Okay, what about it?
Doesn't get mentioned much on the show, so I'll bring it in.
Because we don't generally watch it all the time, do we? So
no,
I do.
Yeah, but you're never here.
I will say
I'm never here.
I will say that Scott Stafford is really hilarious.
Yes,
he's starting to grow on me.
He's awesome.
Yeah, like a fungus.
Scott Stafford.
He's like Mike. I believe Mike Adley had done his job properly.
No, 2 matches for me. It was the one before Over the Limit, which was the Usos picking up a victory over Swagger and Ziggler, which was another. Obviously, did do the breakup, but I was still quite shocked that they went in with no momentum.
Yeah,
and the change of Lord Tensai.
Oh yeah.
It started on Superstar. A lot of people thought it was on Raw, but actually started on Superstars. He was still Lord Tensai. He came out with no robe or anything like that. He was pushing Sakamoto around, being more aggressive, and I'm just thinking it's just what we were talking about.
Yeah.
It looks like WWE are unhappy with him, so they're trying to repackage him slowly but surely.
It's just going to become Giant Bernard. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
he's going to become his Japanese.
The point of Superstars, last one I watched, the main event was Heath Slater and Dolph Ziggler. Not Dolph Ziggler, sorry, Zack Ryder.
Tyson Kidd. Tyson Kidd maybe at some point. I mean, that's what I watched.
Probably. Anyway, well, that was the WWE recap. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time for the point where it's basically the time where we get to pretend that we're an actual wrestling news show. It's time for Wrestling News! And we start wrestling news once again with a rather sad point. At which point we go to our resident sad news bearer, Dan.
Yeah, it's a sad thing to do, but you know the reason we do this is to give a spotlight on a man whose career was very influential on people, or sometimes it's just to someone who deserves to have their name mentioned for what people may not know him because it's a younger guy, but this guy is the passive Hans Schmidt. Otherwise, we don't give him his given name was Guy LaRose. The guy pretty much perfected the Nazi gimmick in the early 50s in America, and then was ripped off by the likes of Baron Vachon, Baron von Raschke, and in particular Fritz von Erich. Fritz was probably the most well-known Nazi wrestler at the time, despite the fact that all of them, pretty much every Nazi wrestler was American and white and blonde haired. So kind of fits the bill. Yeah. And this guy, it was very much an influence, especially up in, I believe it was the Chicago area, the Midwest area, Chicago, Minnesota, places like that. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he would have had the same sort of beginning of career as the legendary Vern Gagne, if not just before him. But the man was an excellent guy. It's a shame that none of his footage is available. It would be in early 50s, late 50s, early 60s, sorry. So, we'd like to send the condolences out to the family.
Indeed. Moving on to, once again, another trend that we keep on breaking here. We get to talk about TNA.
No, not the shows.
But not just one news story, but two news stories. For our first TNA-related news story, we go over to Erik Van Djismie.
Why, Rick? Why?
Woo!
Why did you fuck up again? So Ric Flair has left TNA or has been released, or we're not quite sure.
He's gone.
He's definitely gone, and a lot of the backstage news is his attitude. Apparently he's been getting bar bills that he can't pay, making TNA pay, smashing hotels up that
because
TNA
that's
are
what
good.
He was used to.
Yeah,
yep.
Smashing hotels up what TNA were on good terms with, and now they're making the company look bad. And another thing, the network didn't want to see a half-naked Ric Flair bleeding. I did read that one all the time on TV, and they were quite so. And they were saying he wasn't drawn, and his price per appearance wasn't worth it.
This sounds a lot like what Bischoff said in WCW.
Although, on the plus side, it's a bit of extra weight off the shoulders of TNA. No. They lose a potential force in their company, but at the same time, they've got one less person they don't have to fucking worry about. Me personally, I'd rather have been Hogan gone than Rick.
Yeah.
But, I know maybe, to be honest with you, I have no faith in Eric Bischoff's ability to handle the role, because Hogan, because I've seen Eric Bischoff's new show. It's shit. It's like, dude, just go back to TNA. Just stick with TNA, At least it's something you know about wrestling. And you just know about wrestling, which a lot of people don't give enough credit for. But there's another talent.
There is, Alex Shelley.
That's the shock for me.
Yes.
Shelley's gone, but Saban hasn't.
They've just brought the machine guns back in the last month. And now Shelley is gone.
I expect Saban to disappear within the next month as well.
I would too, unless they're going to push him for the X Division. But
they have to promise him more than the X Division.
Shelley and Saban will come as a tandem. They'll go now. They'll make huge money.
If the rumours are true and Shelley is going to WWE, and if we're talking about this cruiserweight show, if he doesn't go on that and goes on the main roster, I think WWE will bury him.
No,
I don't think they'll do anything with him.
No, they won't bury him, but they won't do a great deal with him. The idea, of course, is though, if you've got the possibility, he goes to Japan.
Yes.
He goes to Japan after his Dragon Gate is really after him. Dragon Gate is where you'll get a lot of guys his size, a lot of type of wrestling his size. I'm just educating people who don't know, mainly the people in this room. But once again, Dragon Gate is a guy where Evan Bourne,
yes,
as Matt Sydal made his name, the man who Gravity forgot, Newcastle's own Pac. He's making huge money and making really good matches in Dragon Gate because it's that sort of style, and the guns would make a fortune there. Yeah. And another thing, you buy the guns as a tandem, you bring them into WWE. There's a straight tag team straight away. Boom.
They've already been IWGP Junior Tag Team Champions. So
that would be New Japan.
New Japan. So they work their style over there.
So also the Noah, Newer, Zero.
So basically, they could. But they've got that feel.
I would worry for him if he went to WWE personally. And another release, what you might not have heard of, Anokia is gone now.
Yeah, I heard that one.
Don't know who that is.
That is Mexican America tag team, so that is 2 tag teams now split up in TNA, so the tag team division is becoming as bad as the WWE situation. That is all I have.
I have to wonder, when WWE says they're going to back young talent, do they reckon they take them on, not realising that by backing, they mean right backing?
Okay.
That was filed. Andy. That's getting filed, dude. That's terrible.
Andy. Anyway.
I'll see my future endeavours. Bye-bye.
Oh, you'll be back.
Shut up. TNA imposed a restraining order between WWE and the Brian Wittgenstein. Now,
and the Brian Wittgenstein.
I had to. Basically, here's the story. A man by the name of Brian Wittgenstein, who formerly worked for TNA, was also in contact with WWE, possibly working for them. I can't remember the story. But Brian was offering WWE confidential contract information for WWE in order for them to pick up TNA stars, guys like Ric Flair. Obviously, with Ric Flair leaving, this has been one of the huge factors behind this controversy. Basically, WWE, once they received the notification from this gentleman, contacted TNA to let them know that Brian Wittgenstein had offered them this information and that they had rejected it. TNA have gone to the courts and have imposed a restraining order between WWE and Brian Wittgenstein, so they two can't communicate until a lawsuit can be established. Here's the thing, people keep saying TNA are suing WWE. Read the facts, they're not suing WWE, they're putting a restraining order. But it does seem that both sides are very unhappy. WWE feel that TNA are being very harsh or trying to paint WWE in a bad light. So, from that, we move over to the news of the newest WWE game. We go to Dan.
Well, it's simple. WWE 13 has been announced, as if we didn't expect it to come out. You know, obviously it's the WWE Join the Revolution. That's what the tagline is going to be for it. CM Punk is on one cover, Johnny Ace is on another cover, and the rumor is strong they're going to release that cover, like I mentioned before. Differences in the game, not a great deal in the gameplay or the overall look of it. Still have the same feel. It's going to be, so they're not tweaking anything like that like they do every other year. Yeah. This one, however, a couple of differences that were announced on the launch. W13 will feature a new OMG spot where, if you're a certain superstar, not only will you have a finisher, you'll get a OMG, where you may be able to catch the guy in midair and hit your finishing move, such as an RKO or a code breaker. If you're 2 super heavyweights and you go to the top, the ring will collapse if you do a suplex. If you're Sheamus or Mark Henry or someone like that, and you're going to charge someone through the barricade, you can do it. So there's lots of different things they're giving you. But once again, it's limited to certain superstars, and they haven't announced who gets that. It'll be one of the things you'll see in the game, no doubt. The other thing is that match experience. You go into a new game, you can put in how many finishes you get these again. That's been brought back.
Well,
you can put in which arena you fight in. You can put in which superstars, what attires, whatever. But however, this time you can put the timing of a game, where you can either have quick, normal, or epic. And this will affect how the match will play. For instance, if you are having a quick match, it will be equivalent of an NXT match, or a Superstars or a Dark match. It'll be really quick. Everything, the impact, the moves will be more impactful, and the pins and the submissions will actually react to how quick the match is set for. If you do a normal match, it will be equivalent of a Raw match, where it might take a little longer. So epic will be like
we're looking at easy, medium, difficult, just rebranded.
Yeah, just to a certain extent, to the point where
it's rebranded and redesigned.
Yeah, to a certain extent, yes. Yeah. However, it's more of a case of I think you obviously have time limits as well in this.
Well, that's good.
So like on an epic match, it'll be limited to 30 minutes, where the match may take up to from anywhere 15 to 20 minutes to actually play the match and get a win.
Yeah.
Cool. But that is actually going to not just be brought into normal play. That will be brought into your single player mode.
Are we having a release date for the match? For the game?
Probably late
October, November.
The last thing I will mention about the WWE is the Attitude.
Yes.
WWE Attitude has been brought in and is replacing the what you call it, split-viewed opinionated. The often hated, that would probably be best, Road to WrestleMania mode.
Oh yes.
They are it's completely gone. It's disappeared. It's out of here.
Thank God.
It's been replaced with a WWE Attitude mode, where you will take place of 8 superstars from the Attitude Era. The one they've announced that would definitely be a story to it is Stone Cold. Another one appears to be either Undertaker or Mankind, if not both.
Yeah.
Where you will take a character and you will play through the Attitude Era as a star, not just playing the matches that they had to reenact them, but there will be simply, you could just go in, pin a guy, and that will be done, because there are side objectives, which will unlock stuff, as well as hidden objectives that will unlock bigger stuff.
I like this.
So you've got eight stories where you'll play through and you'll do, however, it's not just play a match, triangle, go on to the next one like it was last year. This one is more of a case of you actually play a match and you can just play the matches you want. Here's the fun part. Other than animated cutscenes they've done for the game or voice work, WWE has actually had its editors repackage videos of Attitude footage purely for the game. They've put it in the game, and it's put in the game, and you can watch these videos. I believe it's even talked about that the videos will be available to watch after you've done the mode. Similar to how the Legend of WrestleMania, you could do that. You can watch the video packages.
That was good.
So you've got that. The roster is the biggest roster so far.
Yeah.
The 8, I will only do the 8 announced superstars because the one that I have posted on the Tumblr on totalmarkout.tumblr.com is a leaked roster that might be true, might not be true. You never know. The 8 superstars announced for the game are Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yep.
Mankind, Mark Henry, Big Show, CM Punk, Chris Jericho, and an Attitude Era Undertaker. I believe there's another one I'm missing there. And Sheamus, the whatever champion Sheamus.
All right.
Ginger.
We'll have more on that on the next episode.
And whenever there's more, I'll be releasing it. Keep a check of the Tumblr. I'll be releasing more and more.
Rumor is Ken Shamrock could be an unlockable.
Yeah.
Rumor is there's going to be 32, the equivalent, the same roster. The rosters with the same size of Attitude and WWE, and you can play as it. It's not a versus mode though, as many people are thinking.
Right, and now onto our last headline of the news section. We go over to Erik Van Djismie for this breaking news.
Suspensions all around.
You're just full of happy news.
Yeah.
At least I give a game.
But it's surprising who's been suspended.
It is. 2 big stars this week, unbelievably.
Yes.
Chris Jericho and Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like the end of the world as we know.
Yeah. Chris Jericho, obviously suspended for an incident in Brazil where he degraded the Brazilian flag, which is apparently against Brazilian law.
And he nearly got arrested for it.
He can be arrested, and there's even a jail time for that.
Yeah.
It was
they basically said, apologise publicly, or we're gonna arrest you.
Yeah.
He apologised. He said it, obviously, and JBL made a great point. JBL is famous for the goose step.
Yes.
In Germany. However, JBL has often said this, and I've read this off other people. It wasn't a big deal in Germany because every heel in every match goose steps. It's disrespectful, but the thing is, back then it was okay because everyone did it. The crowd didn't react. The biggest people who reacted were Fox News.
Yes,
because they had a thing with JBL. What happened was they said, "Oh, you can't come on our show anymore." They got rid of you. Blah blah blah. WWE then picked up and went nuts about it to a point where Eddie Guerrero was going to screw the WWE over so badly. He had a match the next night with JBL for the title, and Eddie was sincerely thinking about dropping the title that night, just to fuck the office over.
Wow! But here's the thing, right? My problem with the whole Brazil incident, I think the laws of Brazil there pretty immature. You can't, how dare you disrespect the flag? It's a piece of cloth. Get over it, you fucking nut.
Yeah, but it's not...
In America, no, here's the thing. In America, in England, you do that shit, you're fine. You're golden. We won't like you, but you go ahead and do it. If you make it against the law, though... It's not against Brazilians. It's the law. I think it's a mature law. It's
not so much that, though. It's not what the piece of cloth is. It's what it represents.
Doesn't matter.
Well, it does. To the Brazilians, it's the same thing to me. What the St. George and the Union Jack means,
but
it's a piece. It's a symbol of pride, though. It's like when it's the same thing. It's illegal. It's a bit silly and it's a bit whatever. But I perfectly understand the fact that they'll sit there and go, "You can't do it,"
dude,
and then someone does it.
I'm not upset about people being upset. Let the people be upset. Let them be fucking offended. If they want, if Jericho was going to apologise to stop a riot. Fair game. I'm just talking about the law itself.
Yeah, but
I'm not commenting on the people.
I understand. I
understand the upset. But I could go into the argument later.
You have no country.
It's a flag.
Yes, but it's what it represents.
Here's the thing.
Dude, if you were proud of your country, rather than claim you was from somewhere else,
you should have set it on fire.
Guys, I will be.
And that's what pisses me off about you.
Guys, I will be discussing this very topic on this week's episode of #Shout. Where we're going to be able to debate this. I don't have time to debate it now because we've only got about 26 minutes of the show, so I want to get
all I've got to say, un-Americans, American flag, they burned it.
No, they started to and then quickly stopped it.
The point is, Randy Orton has also been suspended
for a second violation of the wellness policy, which was breaking news early this morning for here.
Now, what I don't understand is why is he doing it right now as well? Is he bored? Is that it?
He could be. We don't know what he's taking.
Yeah,
everyone's a fucking idiot.
No, but they think it's wellness policy. Everyone goes steroids. Randy's not taking steroids unless it's for fucking rehabilitation.
No, marijuana is also against the wellness policy though.
But that's the thing. But it's not a suspendable act. It's still a fine.
Well, it took something.
It could be one of the painkillers.
Well, hang on. Didn't Evan Bourne get fired over marijuana, or at least the fake marijuana?
No, he got suspended for the marijuana.
Yeah, because that's an offence. The fake stuff's the offence.
Yeah, the actual
so
weed,
it could be that.
Fine, but the other one is a drug that you can't buy over.
Well, him and R-Truth, so it could be that. You never know. It could be
it could
be.
At
the end of the day, it's his own fault. Yeah. No sympathy from me at all.
I'm just shocked because I thought the guy was getting his life back and he was on the straight.
But
maybe he thought he couldn't be clutched.
Well, we may have more news about this on the next episode, so we'll do a recap. But up next, ladies and gentlemen, is your favourite segment of mine. You gotta watch!
We got a special this week. I did a gimmick last time, and I felt like doing another special, so I went with trilogies.
Yes.
There's so many great trilogies in the wrestling business. Often matches are, you get the one, you get the equal one, you get the rubber match. That match that really means something. One that I haven't put on the list that could easily be on there is Angle versus Shawn Michaels.
Right.
Some great matches there. But this one, the first one we're going to go with is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, the Nature Boy Ric Flair, 1989. The 3 greatest matches in Ric Flair's career, according to the Nature Boy himself. Because there was no better opponent, in his opinion, than Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Now, the first match is a classic match. It's real simple. You've got Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. You've got Ric Flair. You don't need much build-up. They've got a rivalry going back to the 70s. So you go to Chi-Town Rumble. And if I'm not mistaken, is this the one where he wins the title?
Could be. Chi-Town Rumble.
It's either that or Clash. Maybe Clash he wins the one when it drops to the next. But then you go to Clash of the Champions after the match. It's all for the world titles. They swap hands either way.
Yeah.
And then Nashville. Nashville was probably the best one they had. I don't know the name of the event. I don't know what it is. But I know that in Nashville, Tennessee, them two had the best match of the lot. And it's just if you want to see old school wrestling and you want to see two people at the peak of their prime, you've got to watch these 3. Now, to give you a more recent, not too recent, but a little bit more recent, trilogy. I'm going to go Austin, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and The Rock, the WrestleMania trilogy.
One hell of a trilogy.
15, 17, 19. And the only match that counts, if you ask The Rock, it's 19, and if you ask Austin, it's the other 2. It ain't going to be a difference, you know?
Yeah.
These are all, well, no, sorry, I was about to say all for the title, but only the first 2 for the WWE title.
Yeah.
You know, 15 is a great match. Neither one are quite there yet. Austin was a little bit injured, a little bit sluggish. The Rock had only been champion since, you know, had been fighting Mick at the time for the championship, and was, you know, he'd only been champion, a couple of weeks, I think, going into this. Mm-hmm. But it was still made for some excellent promos. And that is the key to these 3 matches. The matches themselves are fine and great, 17 being the best match of the lot. But the promos that build up to it. In 15, it was the Corporation versus Austin and the infamous beer truck.
Yes, of course.
In 17, it was the Austin had come back from injury. The Rock was the champion. Once again, only champion since No Way Out. In February.
Mm-hmm. Deborah,
you know, and then they had that sit-down interview with JR.
Yes.
One of the best promos and best intense interviews JR has ever had to give.
Yeah.
And then 19, it's The Rock, heel, Austin's face. But it's slightly different to the other times you've seen it, because it's Austin's playing around, he's only been back for a little while.
Yeah.
But The Rock only has one thing left to do, and that is whip that bald-headed candy ass at WrestleMania, which he does.
Yeah, he does.
An excellent way for both of them to bow out as well. Austin, permanently The Rock, until WrestleMania 20. Oh, sorry, Backlash he did as well. I don't think he did the one after Backlash, did he?
He had appearances, but
no matches.
Yeah, because his official last match was against Bill Goldberg.
Yeah.
Because Randy Orton made a fucking point of it, as did Jonathan Coachman.
Yeah. But you have, so you had them.
As you remember when we did Bookmark.
Correct. And now, the last trilogy that I've got... That's
20 was after.
Yeah.
It was Goldberg after that WrestleMania, and then 20.
Yeah.
What
we said?
We said Goldberg was his last match.
Yeah, Goldberg was before that.
All right.
Because Jonathan Coachman and Randy Orton made a big deal of it.
Yeah.
But the last match in the trilogy of You Gotta Watch...
So I am that stupid, just not on this occasion.
Is the man before the Rated R Superstar was the Rated R Superstar Edge, back when he was just a metal edge head, just a fuck up, just a
Would that be Edge versus who would that be?
Latino Heat, Eddie Guerrero, Viva la Raza Holmes in 2002 for the IC title, SummerSlam,
the IC title,
Unforgiven, and then 2 weeks after Unforgiven on SmackDown. It was some great matches, I believe. 2 no DQ matches. I know at least the last one was. Last one was. Just watch these matches and you will see what so many people have seen straight away. How the future was there.
Yeah. 2
future Hall of Famers, 2 future world champions, and you see just chemistry at its best. Of all 3 of these trilogies, the best thing about them was the chemistry of the opponents.
Yeah.
They knew each other, they knew what they were going to do. The best match for Edge and Eddie, in my personal opinion, is Unforgiven.
Mm-hmm.
It just flowed a little better. There was everything seemed to work. So simply, check these out. Steamboat Flair 89, Rock Austin WrestleMania, Edge and Eddie at 2002. So that's you got to watch.
And with that being said, it's time to move on to our next segment. It is where you guys get to pose your question to us, Marks. It is #Fan Corner. And our first question, ladies and gentlemen, I've got some written down here. Dan, you've got some over there. Our first question, I shall pose to you first. Erik Van Djismie, Flair versus Hogan. Who was the best in the 80s and the 90s?
Hogan.
Dan?
It's the best.
Hogan.
Not the biggest gimmick.
Hogan.
Ric Flair.
Anyway, number 2. Tell that one quickly, didn't we? Number 2, Dan, I'll ask you first. What was the better rivalry, Triple H versus The Rock or Triple H versus Stone Cold?
It's difficult, but for me, I've always thought the best rivalry of The Rock's career was Triple H. Stone Cold, don't get me wrong, Stone Cold Triple H had some excellent matches, but The Rock, Triple H started out when they were both Hunter Hearst Helmsley and Rocky Maivia, and went all the way up until the end, to just about the end. So yeah, to me, it's Triple H The Rock.
Yeah, for me, I always felt it was more like Triple H versus Stone Cold because it seemed like two guys trying to. It kind of felt like two guys trying to prove which one of them was the biggest guy. Whereas with Triple H and The Rock, it was a clash of styles. So it wasn't. For me, it seemed more. Not, it wasn't generic, but it seemed more generic than the Austin Triple H, where it seems like two similar styles combining.
I think the thing is with Triple H Austin, it kind of started in '99, and obviously Austin went out with injury. They had that huge gap, and they tried to bring it back in '01, and then they put them in a tag team together.
Yeah.
And I'm with Dan. It goes like from the beginning with Rock and Triple H. Yeah. Obviously, ladder matches, strap matches, the whole McMahon Helmsley Rock was versus them. There, and it's gone on. So to me, I'm going Rock Triple H. It was just swapping the title with each other. So
all right. Well, next question is: who is the most underrated wrestler in WWE today? And you can pick up to 3. Well, I think the first name pretty much everyone comes up with. It's a hard one. See, for me, as I've said on the show before, I have a different opinion of what underrated means. Underrated and underused are two separate things, and underrated and underrewarded are two separate things.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't think guys like Dolph Ziggler are underrated. I think they're highly rated and very fairly rated. They're just underused. So for me, underrated guys are guys who could probably do a lot, but aren't given the respect I think they're due. So for that, I go for guys like Are
we choosing 3 each then?
What if you've got 3?
You've got 3.
I've got 3.
Well, you go first.
I've got JTG.
Yes.
The guy's been around since 2006.
Yeah, agree with you.
Yeah. Yoshitatsu. I think he's got great ability, and I think we could go more with his gimmick.
All right.
And Heath Slater, I mentioned earlier.
Well, for me, JTG's one of them. Drew McIntyre, I think it is underrated. And I think if I was probably someone like. I don't know. I do think I do think someone like in many ways I do think Jack Swagger is a little bit underrated because people kind of like pass him off and don't give him really the time of day. But the guy's got talent. He just can't talk very well. I mean on the stick. I don't mean.
Oh, dig that hole. Hashtag dig that hole.
Suck it.
No, it Dan.
It's Drew McIntyre.
Yep.
Tyson Kidd.
Alright.
Michael McGillicuddy.
Alright, cool. Alright, here's a good question. By the way, I want to thank Dan, you were able to find most of these questions here, if not all of them. Right, question 4 is favourite 3 themes. A theme for a face, a theme for a heel, and a theme for a group, stable, or faction. So it's one theme for each, obviously. Who would like to open up with this one? Shall we open up with the faces?
I'll go face. Gotta be real American.
I knew he was going to say that!
It's gotta be real American, it just gets you pumped.
Real face. There's a few of them. See, a lot of faces I like never really had facey themes. I'm going to go for Bret Hart. I think he's a cool one for the face.
Why don't you guys tell me what my pick is?
Shawn Michaels.
There you go. Hashtag obvious. Okay, heel theme.
Me. Randy Orton's Hey!
Oh, that
Burning
My Lights. Yeah. It's just
Mystery of Darkness. Technically, well, Undertaker's version of it, because that's technically a stable. But
don't be me.
Owen Hart.
Yeah.
But enough is enough, and it's time for a change. Every time it's on my iPod, I have to listen to it.
Yeah.
Okay, group, stable, or faction.
Tied on 3.
You gotta pick one. Then.
I know.
Well, what do we pick? Once they eliminate any of his.
Yeah, I'm going to go for one that first pops in my head.
Yeah.
Evolution.
They
fit the group so well, and it's Lemmy.
Yeah.
Motorhead for the win, wins for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For a group, stable, or faction, I'm gonna go for a very obvious D-Generation X. Just because again it fits with the group and everyone got off the feet. It also has a lot of history.
Yeah.
Considering how many people have used that theme and what moments those things have been involved in. So Go with that one.
I'm down to 2 now.
What, the 4 Horsemen and NWO or something?
Nah.
NWO's there, but the Nation's there.
Yeah.
We are the nation.
Yeah, it was so
I turned around and
and
said you're going to use The Rock for every single one.
I know,
of
I
these.
could have.
Yeah.
The Rock is face, The Rock the Nation, and The Rock's fucking...
No, I'm going to go the NWO.
Alright.
Because it was just so heely.
Okay, number 5.
Heely.
Number 5.
For life.
Pick-
For life.
Right, pick 2 full-time superstars that you would like to see compete in a feud based on storyline capabilities alone. Then pick 2, same 2 if you want, but based purely on match quality. So we're picking the first feud, 2 superstars based purely on storyline.
I have to say, when the guy gave me the question, sent the question in, he put in brackets there, full-time, so no Hulk and no
Rock and Sting. Is that a dig? Whoever you are, I would like to know.
Yeah,
Not in a nasty way, I just would like to know.
It probably is.
That's alright then. That just shows you're a true fan, and thank you very much for listening.
Hashtag true fan.
Yes.
For me, storyline purposes.
Oh man, full-time wrestlers.
Full-time
I
wrestlers.
don't like full-time wrestlers.
You don't like wrestling?
Oh my god. Is this just WWE?
Yeah.
For
Oh
story-
god, it gets worse.
Drew McIntyre and CM Punk.
Storyline.
Storyline. I want Drew McIntyre to turn the whole thing on CM Punk to say, you talk about you're here to like make change, but you've done fuck all for me.
Alright, that'd be cool, yeah.
As for purely match quality, I'd probably go CM Punk and William Regal because William Regal's full time.
They had some excellent matches in
Exactly.
the King of the Ring, didn't they?
And my point again, William Regal. A lot of people say, "What about William Regal, Daniel Bryan?" Because I find Daniel Bryan boring.
An excellent match, and I went.
Excellent match, but I think CM Punk is just as good, if not better, than Daniel
So
Bryan.
we can count Regal then.
I think he's full time.
Because he's technically full time. Booker T, you could count Booker T.
They're both on the full time part, you know.
So you can count.
So you could count Sting if we were doing TNA. Technically.
The guy said no Sting, so no.
The guy.
The guy said no Sting, dude.
If he
They're
specifically,
taking away your toys.
he specifically mentioned Sting, so that's the point. That's the point.
If he
there.
hadn't, we would have said yeah, but we're not doing
Exactly.
it anyway.
We're not doing
so,
TNA, I know, that's what I'm saying.
Right. So do we?
Oh, storyline. I'd go comedy storyline, mainly because that's some of the best stuff you'd get there.
What's that, Tito Ricardo?
No, but that was what I wanted to see anyway. Santino Morella definitely in there. And what I was thinking was maybe Santino and Heath Slater. They'd be hilarious, you know.
Over the US?
Well, yeah, and the skits you could have backstage, there'll be some great ones, you know. For a purely match quality, I would like CM Punk Tyson Kidd.
Alright, Jismie.
Storyline, well, I'll go somewhere really dark and horrendous.
Really?
So I'd have Kane there. Naturally.
Kelly.
You what?
Kelly.
No, but that
Storyline for another time.
That's a storyline with a crowbar for another time.
That doesn't sound like a storyline. That sounds like a do-it-yourself abortion.
Not quite.
So I'd have Kane. And I don't know. I might push a young guy. So I might do something with JTG. Like, where he's tortured him or something. Lay me out. Oh, he's kidnapped him or something. And this breaks GTG out and he tacks back.
And
something like it pushes him forward, but he's gone through all this punishment from Kane.
I like it.
So it's a bit like
So what about match? What about match quality alone?
Match William Regal and Tyson Kidd.
Yep, there you go.
Some great matches there, yeah.
We agree with him.
Yep.
Okay, next question. All right.
I was never going to say Punk
for the following superstars, you've got to pick your favourite, an unbiased best wrestler, i.e. an actual worker, a best promo guy, and a tag team you'd like to see. And the 5 guys we have are Hulk Hogan, The Rock, HBK, Randy Savage, and Austin. Well, for me, obviously, my favourite is HBK. Unbiased best wrestler, actual, who's a best worker. For me, I look purely at the in-ring work, and I still say HBK. Randy Savage will probably be my next pick, just because of what he could do. Best promo guy, I think, it's hard between The Rock and Austin, but I think Austin because he could improv better than The Rock could. And tag team I'd like to see. I'd really like to see I'd really like to see The Rock and HBK because we haven't seen it yet.
That was cool.
That's why there's.
Oh, just who's your favourite? Go on.
This is
Hulk, Rock, Sean, Randy, Austin. Who's your favourite?
This is hard.
I know. We haven't got long.
Oh,
we got 7 minutes left on the show.
For the purpose of this, I'm gonna go Rock.
Okay. Unbiased actor, unbiased best wrestler.
HBK.
Best promo guy.
Rock.
Tag team you like to see.
Hogan and Rock.
Really?
Again.
Dan.
Again.
Your favourite out of those lot.
Randy Savage.
Unbiased best wrestler.
HBK.
Best promo guy.
Stone Cold.
Tag team you like to see.
Randy Savage, Stone Cold.
Ooh.
Versus Hogan and Rock with HBK's.
Okay. Picking between 3 and 5 from the current WWE and FCW roster, create a stable or a faction with a name and a gimmick.
I will just quickly say the reason it's FCW that we're including is because the guy said the rumours in which we've all heard is that's what NXT is pretty much going to become.
Alright. So between 3 and 5. So you've got 3, 4, or 5.
I could make it Ring of Honor if I wanted
Yeah,
to.
I know.
But I'm not going to. Between 3 and 5, I would go with. I like to have a mixture, so I'd probably go 5 because I like to have singles and tag team.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was going to break it up like that, I'd have 5. I would have Antonio Cesaro and Cassius Ohno from FCW, aka the Kings of Wrestling.
He's my hero. Well, he's not, but he could be.
aka Claudio Castagnoli and Chris Hero. I'd have them under. Once again, it's kind of a Ring of Honor thing, but I would have Punk as my main guy, as the mic worker, and the head guy, the Triple H, the Rock, or Farouk, depending which period you're in nation. Then I would throw Tyson in there to give Tyson some spotlight. Put him as sorry, 1 minute. Put him as the probably just below Punk. You'd be like the second in control, kind of the X-Pac role, you get the next belts and whatnot. And then, see, I'm torn, because I really want a couple of people. I'd either, I'm going to go with Drew. Throw Drew McIntyre, because then you get a weekly spot, you'd be on TV the whole time. The gimmick would be pretty much just guys who, professional wrestlers who aren't given the opportunity to be a professional wrestler. And I would go, so it'd be like, this is wrestling, we're wrestlers, we're not sports entertainers, we're here to be wrestlers. And I would probably make it as the name, the whole effing card.
Okay. Initially, the team that came into my head are Drew McIntyre, Tyson Kidd, Michael McGillicuddy, and Alberto Del Rio.
Oh.
The Privileged.
I like that. I like that, yeah.
Yeah, and basically they are gifted in wealth, gifted in talent, gifted in personality, and gifted in culture. And they take the WWE by storm, and of course they're all heel, and so wonderfully heel. So wonderfully heel. And of course, honorary member, Ricardo Rodriguez.
Once again, that's how you do that.
Right. Yes, Adam?
Shall I put my hand up to speak?
Because you're not officially on the show, but cool.
I keep coming out the corner.
So what's your team?
I'd turn Ziggler face as well as McIntyre. And but bear with me.
Okay, go ahead.
Put them with Punk, call them revolutionaries, and have their gimmick being the fact that they are all about the fact that they are, McIntyre and Ziggler are underused and deserve a higher place, and that they're there to change the corporate way.
So you would incorporate this revolution thing during the game.
Yeah.
It's clever enough. My only problem is turning Ziggler heel. He's not turning Ziggler face. Sorry, he's naturally heel to the point where when he debuted 2 weeks into his training.
Yeah.
The head trainer was Lance Storm, Johnny Jeter, and that. And he turned around and said, "Oh, heel. Just call him heel. That's what his name is. That's why he calls himself heel."
And Jismie, your team.
I'd have Hawkins and Rex.
Yeah.
I'd have JTG.
Yeah.
Lord Tensai. And probably Ziggler as the main head.
Well, Ziggler's the
top guy. He's the leader. I know. Yeah. So Ziggler is the top guy. Tensai could be underneath him, but still it's there. Like Ziggler knows that Tensai could wipe him out. Obviously, the tag team of Rex and Hawkins tag team, and JDG with the undercard, so he's got a mid push as well. Okay. Something like that.
Give it one name.
I don't know a name. I haven't got really a name for them. Just all heel and like more like they would be dominated, but not Evolution Burial dominated, but they would be up there.
So that's the problem. You love dominant heel groups, but you hate Evolution.
We may have time for one more question. Then with any other questions, we'll push over to the next episode. So, one more question?
Well, I'll do the first one we received.
All right.
From You Gonna Get Gat on Twitter.
Then all the questions get pushed in the next episode?
Yes, it was...
This is a fucking hard one.
it is a pretty hard one. Your most prized piece of wrestling memorabilia?
Mick Foley signed copy of Countdown to Lockdown. Basically, he signed it. I told him he was an inspiration for rewriting. I'm still trying to... he said I could send him my book, but he didn't give us an address.
I think it's on his website.
Tweet him.
So I did try to tweet him, but I'll just get off his website. But yeah, I don't see the photograph I took of him. But beyond that, it would be the signed autographs I have of, obviously, as opposed to an unsigned autograph, of Gil, Kim, and Melina.
Hashtag backstage.
Hashtag Bongla
Ho. Hey! You embraced the Bongla Ho.
This will hit you.
I have mine's pretty tied actually. I have 3 pieces. It would be once again the Mick Foley autograph of Have a Nice Day, paperback that I got from him. The Bret the Hitman Hart autograph for Hitman, and the William Regal Walk on a Golden Mile. He signed the copy of his book, which for me is the top one. That is one of my most prized possessions.
And Jizzy, you got to pick one.
I know. Well, I've got
a couple.
I've
got Foley 5 times. And different merchandise, which is always awesome.
45,
because I've got to give him that he actually signed every bit of merchandise that I had on it, even though what I didn't ask him, and he was like, no, you bought it, I'll sign it. I was like, wow. Bret Hart, as you mentioned. Yeah. Obviously, I went to Access, and I've met... But I might go for, like, obviously for signed stuff, things like that. But for something that isn't signed bit of merchandise, I've got to go Super Tape 92, which includes... this Tuesday in Texas pay-per-view, because that is so hard to get a hold of. So I'm going to go with that.
And with that, we'll quickly run through the hashtag shameless plug. We'll do no segment video. We'll just jump straight into it. You can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Total Markout. Follow us on Blip if you're not at blip.tv/Total Markout. Follow us on YouTube at youtube.com/user/The Wandering Angel. Or you can follow us on the Geek's Tumblr at totalmarkout.tumblr.com. And as always, you can follow us all on Twitter. Yes, we are on Twitter. You can find Erik Van Djismie on Twitter. I know it's a shame he's there, but get used to it. At Erik Van Djismie, that is ErikVandJismie, and the D is silent. You've got the Geek at Geek King, that is G33K_KING. And then there is Steve Jones 313, which is simply STEVGONES 313. Numbers, not letters. And you can, if you want, you can even follow our special guest that popped up here at the Low Walker 1. He'll be
this show's Hornswoggle.
He'll be joining me as we are co-producers and co-hosts of Hashtag Shout. We'll be joined by regular guest Dan the Geek King Anderson. Well, that is all from us. So it's goodbye from Djismie.
Bye.
Goodbye from Dan. Goodbye from Adam.
Goodbye.
And goodbye from me, as we remind you that this is
hashtag
Total
Markout!